Hello, it's Sonia here with a Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today is Tuesday, and that means it's Tunisian Tuesday. So we are going to be doing another stitch pattern, and I thought it might be fun to use a smaller hook today and thinner yarn. So I'm using my F hook, or 3.75 millimeter hook, and here is the yarn I'm using. I would say this is more like a number 2, a finer weight yarn here, and this stitch pattern can be used with a variety of hook sizes and yarn types. I just thought it might be fun to use something a little bit different. So to do this stitch pattern, what you'll need to do is chain an even number. So why don't we chain, let's do 16. So here is my 16 chains. So we are going to jump right in with the stitch pattern. So what you're going to do is you're going to yarn over first, and we are going to work in the back bump of the chain in the second bump from our hook, and we're going to insert our hook in that back bump, and we're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. So we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over, pull through 2. And we're going to repeat across. So yarn over in the next bump of the chain, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through a loop. We have these 2 loops, but we're going to just concentrate on these 2 here. So we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and we're going to repeat across. So yarn over into that back bump, so you're going to repeat this across, and you will still have the same amount of loops. So we have 16 chains, so I'm going to have 16 loops on my hook. So I am going to keep going. So yarn over in that back bump, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, I'm at my last bump. I'm going to yarn over and complete the stitch. So there we go. I should have 16 loops on my hook. Yep, I do indeed have 16. So we are going to work these off like regular Tunisian crochet. So we are going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop, yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. So if you've never done Tunisian crochet before, I do have a complete playlist that goes over the basics, and Tunisian crochet is worked in 2 parts. So each row is worked in 2 parts. The first part of your row, which we did, putting all these loops on our hook, is often called the forward pass, and the second part of the row is the return pass, where you're taking the loops off your hook, which we are doing right now, and that is 1 row. So there we go. We have completed row 1. So let's begin row 2, the start of the repeat here. So to begin row 2, we are going to yarn over, and we're going to insert our hook in Tunisian simple stitch. So if you don't know what that is in the playlist. It's a basic Tunisian stitch in the first 2 vertical bars here. So you can see those 2 bars. We're going to insert our hook in simple. So we are working a together or decrease stitch, and we're going to yarn over, pull through 2 to complete the stitch. So we did that yarn over because we did the decrease, so we took stitches away, but we want to still have our 16 loops on our hook, so we need to put it back on. So we're going to do that again. Yarn over, work Tunisian simple in the next 2, and pull up a loop, So at the end of this row, I will still have 16 loops on my hook. So I have 3 stitches left in those next 2 vertical bars. And then to complete the row, so your last stitch, it kind of looks like a chain right there. We're going to insert our hook in that. I like to go through both loops. There we go. And pull up a loop. So we should still have 16 loops on our hook. So we do indeed have 16 loops. So we need to work these off like we did row 1. So you're going to yarn over, pull through 1 loop, and yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. Okay, so there we go. We have completed row 2. So we are going to work row 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to repeat row 1, but we're going to be working in our vertical bars here. So you're going to yarn over. So that first vertical bar, which is that yarn over we did for row 2, we're going to insert our hook. In Tunisian Simple, we're going to yarn over, pull through 1. Yarn over, pull through 2. So now we're going to yarn over, we're going to go in the next vertical bar, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to continue that across. So again, you're going to have 16 loops on your hook, or whatever even number you chained. I'm sorry, you might not have chained 16. So if you did 14, then you would have 14 loops on your hook. If you did 10, you would have 10 loops on your hook. Okay, so to finish up this row, because this is a little bit of a taller stitch, we are actually going to yarn over. So there is that stitch. It looks like a chain. We're going to insert our hook in that chain, pull up a loop, and we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops to complete row 3. And now you're going to work your loops off like you normally would. So yarn over, pull through 1, yarn over, pull through 2 for the rest of the row. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be repeating rows 2 and 3 for however long you want your swatch. Okay, so here is my swatch so far. I have worked 12 stitches. So I said to end on a row 3. Actually, you want to end on a row 2. So I worked 12 rows, and as you can see, it's a really neat looking stitch, has a lot of nice texture to it. And it does work up fairly quickly because it's just a 2-row repeat. So let's do the bind off row. So to do the bind off, we are going to work in pattern. So we need to do a row 3. So we're going to yarn over. We're going to work in that first vertical bar in Tunisian Simple. And we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops, binding off. So we're going to yarn over again, go in the next vertical bar, and pull through all 3 of those loops all the way across. And again with bind off, just want to make sure you have a nice relaxed hand. It's really easy for your bind off stitches to get too tight, and that could mess up your work. Okay, so I'm at the end of my row. We still need to work in that last stitch, so we're going to yarn over. We're going to work in that stitch that looks like a chain, like we've been doing. Pull up a loop and then yarn over, pull through all 3 of those guys. And now we have finished and worked the bind off. So there you go. So I ended up working 2 other swatches. So this is using fine yarn, as you can see. This is really nice yarn. I'm not sure what it is, but I feel like it has a little bit of a wool blend to it. And as you can see, it does lay fairly flat. It curls a little bit, but it's not too bad because Tunisian's pretty notorious for curling. So here's one that I made with acrylic yarn and an eye hook. So this is number 4 yarn. I did 8 stitches across. So here's this one. And then I did another one. So this one is another swatch I did. This is cotton yarn, number 4. And I also used an eye hook and I did 12 stitches across. So you can see the difference with using the different yarn, swatches, and hook. But I think this is a really neat stitch. And again, I like it because it's just a 2-row repeat. So it's pretty, it works up pretty quickly. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.